What's going on, everybody? Happy Tax Day Tuesday, April 15th. If you're new to the channel, YouTube channel, Whiskey Weather YouTube channel, where it is always whiskey weather. This is the second stream of April. We're going to be doing 3, another one in 2 weeks. So look at your calendars. April 29th. If you're watching this on a repeat, this is currently 9:04 p.m. on April 15th. We've got a 10-year blind bourbon battle. A ton of you already in the chat. We're up to 50 people so far streaming us live. If you haven't done so already, hit the like button on the video. Also, don't forget to subscribe. We are this close to reaching 8,500 subscribers. I've got a couple of great bottles to give away once we get to 10,000, hopefully by the end of March or by the end of May. Excuse me. But yes, we are going to be doing this blind the entire night. I don't know which bottle was poured into which glass. We have Ajay in the background. We have Jack here as well. So big thank you to each of them for coming in today. It's not on.
Can you hear us now?
Can you hear us now? Should be better now, hopefully. So let's do it again. The checks ahead of time. But what is going on, everybody? If you didn't hear me first time, welcome in. It is April 15th. It is Tax Day. We're doing the stream. It is now currently 9:05. I have Ajay. I have Jack here in the background. Can you hear us? Much better. Cool. Great. So today we're doing a blind battle of 10 different 10-year or 8 different 10-year-old bourbons. We thought 10 was going to be possible. Figured that was probably not the best idea. So we pared it down to 8. In no particular order. I have no idea how these are poured. They're already poured off camera by Ajay, but we've got Bullet 10-year. We've got Buckner's 10-year from Augusta. We've got Jack 10-year. What batch is this? That's 2024 from Mr. This is just 8-year for aesthetic. Old Stuart Warren, as well as the Michter's 10-year. And good old classic Eagle Rare 10-year. We're going to be doing a giveaway as well today. If you already see it at the bottom of your screen, every $5 in super chats will go towards one entry. So 2 super chats equal, or 2 super chats of 2 entries would equal $10, 3 entries would equal $15, etc. And then going forward, what we'll be watching for is maybe we're going to be doing a special giveaway a little bit later on as well. So you can Venmo. Prefer that because YouTube doesn't cut of it. That is at WXSpinner89. But if you want a super chat, I'm all for super chats. We're going to be doing something special a little bit later on as well. Seeing sounds cutting in and out.
Yeah, I'm not sure what's causing that.
Hello. Shouldn't be. It's the same setup as it was last weekend. Is everybody seeing that, or is it just? I see 2 comments saying that. It's up over 9,000 ducks. Check the audio. Oh man, this is bothering me. Hold on a second, y'all. We're gonna do the old. Can you throw it in the mode?
Yeah, I can.
Does it sound like on your phone?
It sounds normal to me.
All right, we're back. Hopefully you guys can hear us better. If not, we're plugged into the tether, right?
Yeah.
Well, pretty good. 67 of you. Hopefully we can gain more people back here. But yes, if you're just tuning in, we're doing a live stream. 10 different 8 different 10-year. This is why this is keep fucking it up. But 8 different 10-year-old bourbons. And we're also going to be doing a giveaway here in just a few minutes. So without further ado, I have no idea what order these are in. Can we bring over the line? Or are we just gonna hand
Now I'm board.
Yeah.
And I'm going to go ahead. So the way we're going to do this is y'all are going to be able to see the whole thing that he's drinking. We're going to cut his view stream. So he will not be able to see the comments, but he also won't be able to see the big graphic that's telling him what he's drinking. So
I have no idea what the comments are. I have no
You
idea if
all
there's super chats.
will know. So I will be here to Brandon. What you all sucks.
Flying blind. No idea which bottle is which. So, all right, let's start with A.
And so with that being said, now flashing it up to y'all, you can see A through H, what samples he will be drinking tonight. And we go back. Try it.
So, hey, here we go. Off the nose, pretty nice. Like a soft caramel that doesn't have a whole lot of heat on it to me. Vanillas, some brown sugars there. This is very pleasant. Not as much cherry as I would hope for, but it's there. The more I go to it, I kind of have an idea of what this is. I'm going with a 1.7 out of nose here. There's sweet caramel. There's even like a frosting vanilla to it with that brown sugar. Okay. Part of me thinks it's low proof because of the mouthfeel, but then also it's got a little bit more spice on the back end, which would tell me that it's got a little bit more punch. I will say the mouth feels a little disappointing. It's slightly watery. I'm going to go with a 1.3 out of 2 on the mouthfeel on that. There is some oily components to it. It's just I would expect this to be a 90 proofer. A couple of these are, and I would expect that this would probably on the lower end of the proof. There's a little bit of that rye spice on the finish. On the palate, though, well, there's vanillas, there's caramels. There's a lot of flavor for a 90 proof whiskey. That's what I'm going to judge this off of. And I think that there's enough flavor that I think it gets a 1.5 on the flavor, just because there's a lot there for the lack of mouthfeel. And on the finish, I'd say it's oak. Something in more of that rye peppery spice. If I had to venture a guess, it's the Russell's. That's just a guess off the front. No idea. I'm reading the bulletin. So on the finish, I'm going to go with a 1.3 as well. I think that there should be a little bit more depth to that. There's some oak, but I want it to last a little longer. Most likely a 90 proofer, but not bad. So through the first 4, I'm not going to judge it on the value score until the end, which will give you the final ratings. So if you are new here, I do my rating scale. It is a 10-point rating scale, 5 different factors, all equal in weight. 2 points each. That's the nose, the flavor, the mouthfeel, the finish, and then ultimately the value. I judge that off of the price that is the MSRP, not the secondary market. I will give my judgment on whether I would pay a secondary price or how much I'd go on the secondary for that. To me, this is $50, no more than that, if I were to say that. So I'll judge it off the actual price here in a minute. Let's move on to number B. Very, very good English. Number B.
Yep.
There's a whole lot more vanilla, cherry. See, this is a turkey nose to me too. A lot of vanilla. It's also got a Barton nose. this nose is better already. It's deeper. I would say there's a whole lot more oak. There's a whole lot more charm in this. A lot of that vanilla. That's what I'm putting. Some cherry. A little maple, but more so like a brown sugar maple. I'm going with a 1.9 out of 2 on the nose. This is one that I could sit here all day. I have a guess of what this is already, but that's why we do these blind. I have no clue of what any of these downstairs when they all poured it. Where do you sit on it?
It's Four Roses LE. What did he said? 2024?
2024 from Ajay. What are you drinking the same thing? They get to drink the good stuff. I'm just kidding.
No, not yeah, you haven't looked out that Pursuit Melwood yet.
It's someone. Yeah, speaking of the Pursuit Melwood, did do a new review on that. That was my latest YouTube video. If you are just watching this replay, you can find that link right there on the top right of your screen. If you are watching this live, just wait till after the video and watch it. It's a pretty good video, I think, because through 2 of the new reviews from Pursuit that they just dropped last week, Wednesday, that is part of their Melwood Legacy collection, their Melwood Bourbon, as well as their Derbytown. Both were fantastic. I think you'd be pleasantly surprised. If you have already ordered one for the P Club, I think you're going to be happy. You're definitely going to want to watch that review if you haven't already. And again, another reminder, we're almost to 8,500 subscribers. So if you are new to the channel, I think I saw a guy say this video. He's probably new here. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button, smash that like button. And that nose is fantastic. The palate, not as sweet. It's actually more of a bitter tannic oak, but while it doesn't match the nose, it doesn't turn me off because there are still some of those cherries, some of those vanillas. That reminds me a little bit more of a bean on the palate, and the nose was more of a turkey nose or Barton nose. This is definitely higher in proof. It comes to the mouth more.
First super chat from VISKI, $10.
Hey, happy 25th anniversary, Backroad. And if you haven't followed him on Instagram, on Facebook, I think he's on TikTok as well as here on YouTube. Backroad Whiskey. He's a Southwest Ohio guy. His 25th anniversary. So a big say hello to his wifey as well, because I'm hoping she's watching on his 25th anniversary. But a big shout out.
Yep.
That's 2 entries. 2 entries into tonight's giveaway. Man, that palate, I'm going to go with a 1.6 out of 2 out of flavor. I would hope for a little more sweetness, but it's got a lot of deep oak, a lot of vanillas, but it's not a sweet vanilla.
What was the score on the
1.9 on the nose, 1.6 on the flavor.
right.
On the mouthfeel, I'm going to go with a 1.6 as well. Much more coating. I don't know if you can see it. It's got legs on the glass. You guys can see it. You might not be able to, but that sticks pretty well. And I'm going 1.7 on mouthfeel. So your Jack. 1.9, 1.6, 1.7. Finish, I would hope for a little bit more sweetness, but that's a very good finish. There's cinnamon, there's some leather, which generally I don't love when that's the overpowering factor, but I get some of the oak pepper coming through as well. I would hope for just a little more sweet oak, more bitter oak, but really, that's a really good pour. I'm going to go with a 1.5 on the finish. 1.9, 1.6, 1.7, 1.5 as we run through nose, flavor, mouthfeel, and finish. My quick math tells me that's a 6.7 there. Correct me if I'm wrong before we even get to the value. So that's 6.7 out of 8. First one was a 5.8 out of 8. So clearly B to me so far the winner. I'm going to write my guess down because I don't know who to spoil it. I'm writing my guess down on these. But of A and B so far, B is to me the clear winner. Value, of course, will change the final scores, but if it didn't come to how much I had to pay for it, B would by far be one that I picked every day B, just because it's more well-rounded. You go on to C. Oh, this is sweeter on the nose. Sweeter. There's more caramel. There's a little bit of grape. And if you've watched this channel before, you know what I think about grape, and you know what I think that means. So my first thought, nose is beautiful. There's a grape, a vanilla. There's some bitter, not bitter oak, some sweet oak to it. Like a cherry syrup. It's not like a dark cherry that you would eat, but it's more so like you guys have the maraschino cherries where you get like the juice from it.
It's not fresh.
Right, but it's still good. It's just it's more of like an artificial cherry. That's what I get on this nose. So 1.7. Very good, just like the A. This is just A was a little bit more dark, as in like it's got more of a characteristic. C is more of a sweet characteristic on the nose. I'm gonna go back and forth here. Real quick, just to make. Oh yeah, that's way. If I had to guess, A is a higher rye component. C is a little bit lower in the rye component. That nose is 1.7. Ooh. It's not what I anticipated. Wow. Did everybody hear the thud of the dog? She's been overserved. Or she's just a little pissed off that nobody stopped. There's a little bit more proof and bite to that than I anticipated. It's not as sweet on the palate at the end. The finish really gets a little more like harsh. That's really good. You guys doing something?
Something we should do each other.
Did you guys go over like baseball signs?
Yeah,
it's not baseball
Very
season.
quietly.
If he goes to the forearm, that's the indicator. That's Rip Van Winkle. If he goes, it's the Eagle Rare.
Very quietly saying I have no idea what our audio, but
is the audio still going in and out?
People are in and out, yeah, but I don't know if there's much you can do.
Is there a cable issue?
I don't think so.
I see levels here, so it's an input into the computer. Hold on.
All right.
It's on. It's
Yeah.
good. We'll see.
Yeah.
It's either the cable was frayed, to switch the ends, or
Well,
plug it back in. We'll see if that works. So we got $10 in super chats. Thank you to Travis, who's Backroad Whiskey. I'll check my phone here in a second with Venmo to see if we got any more. Yeah, that nose, that flavor though, is fantastic. A little bit more graininess to it. To me, this drink's a little bit higher in proof. I'm thinking like 110, 105, 110, 115. There's some cherries to it. There's also like an earthy tone to it. I usually get that in wheaters. We've got a couple wheaters on the table.
Okay, cool. What?
Wheaters? What do you think I said? Wheaters. Flavor, I'm going to go with a 1.6 out of 2. And then that mouthfeel is a 1.6 out of 2 as well. Very toasted up very well. There's a whole lot of flavor.
We got our next super chat.
Yeah.
Rumor has it shout out to Rio. $10. Over 9,000 ducks.
Over 9,000 ducks.
The profile photo is a foot. I believe I took that photo.
Well, that means it's got to be Brian. Rio. Rumor has it been. Brian is the one who actually supplied us with Bullet 10. Fotdinger? Foot? Footdinger.
Something one
Foot
foot.
in danger? But no, Brian, great dude. So big cheers to you, Brian. I don't think I've hit the bullet yet, but we'll see. Yeah. I think I'm changing the flavor score to 1.7. Sorry, Jay.
Nose 1.7, flavor 1.7.
I'll feel 1.6. Finish is a 1.5. Very good finish. I think that is a little bit hot towards the back end. I get more of that red hot fireball. Like you ever had one of those fireball candies? Not like fireball, the drink. Yeah, the hot tamale flavored, like big rock candy, like almost a jawbreaker. That's the kind of finish I get. There's a little bit of sweetness to it, but it goes away real quick. To me, that drink's hotter on the back end than it does on the front end. Still very good, but 1.7, 1.7, 1.6, and 1.5. Quick math that tells me that's a 6.5 out of 8. Correct me if I'm wrong. I usually am, even though I have a math.
So we got another super chat. Travis, $10. Enjoying the line. I'm going with. And we also have new development in the chat. That's not Brian. Brian is in here separately.
Oh.
Someone else has taken his foot and used as the profile photo.
So Eric.
So Eric changed his name.
Well, thank you, but not Eric or not Brian. But Brian is awesome.
We have another chat. Kyle C. enjoying the channel from Alabama.
Alabama, Kyle, where in Alabama? Kyle C. Kyle Sandel, who's also an Alabama Patreon member. I think all my Patreon members. I have 2 of them in here with me tonight. Rich chimed in. Rich
has chimed
in. A big shout out to all of you Patreon members. Have been incredibly awesome and supportive. I've got a big battle and a big hill to climb here in the next couple of weeks, and I am hoping that all of you are on my side and are. But just want to put that out there for you. That the next 6 to 8 weeks are going to be really, really hard. I'm going to be trying my best to put out as much content as I possibly can while also battling what I'm going to be battling. So a big shout out to all of you for this. As I always say, every dollar in the super chat goes towards the channel. I put it towards making this the best experience for you. Watch the first live stream I did about a month and a half ago. You will realize that even though we have some mic issues, this is a whole lot better than it was back then, because we're putting more and more resources into the channel. So whatever I don't make back at bottles, I toss out into the channel. So big shout out to Kevin C. Did he respond where he's from? Because I was in Huntsville, Alabama for a while, so I'm hoping it's North Alabama. But Coleman, Alabama. So he may have been one of my viewers.
And another update on Brian's foot photo. Brian believes it's Poe that stole.
That would make sense. Mr. Andrew Poe is the guy who donated the old Fitz 10. What was I talking about before that? Yeah, I just wrapped up. See, I was thanking people. We got 4 super chats at $10 a piece. So it is 8 entries. That is $40 so far that I've checked. I'll check after number D or letter D. It's the second time I said number D. After number letter D. I get a banana. It's like a bananas Foster, which is exactly what I got on that last live stream. If you're watching this on a repeat on the top right of your screen, which was the bonded. We did that on National Bond on Bond Day, or the day National Bottle and Bond Day. So in early March, I got the same nose on that Jack Daniels bonded. This is banana. This is good though. It's like a bananas Foster with some brown sugar, vanilla. That's see the whole thing is the first three were so different. This one is just way more off to the left. Like these were different from each other, but they still had that like cherry vanilla. This is more like a dessert. This has got to be a Jack. I'm going with a 1.7 on the nose though. Very good. Yeah, I think of a dessert. Not as much on the palate, the banana wise at least. Still a little bit hotter. 97 proof though. Hold on. Water break. Are we having audio issues still? Are they?
I think whenever we did the old unplug,
The
plug
old
it back in,
unplug
it
and plug it
seemed
back in
like
worked.
everyone was fine with it. Either that or they're just being nice and not crapping on us in the comments. Hopefully that fixed it.
All right. That is very good whiskey.
Richard Nixon's audio's good.
Richard Nixon. Oh, he was here on the last chat.
Yes, he
Tricky
was.
Dick. Tricky Dick is back. I don't know who you are, but thank you for joining in again. We got people on Facebook. Is Carl Shannon? Carl Jordan.
New development for Richard Nixon. New policy. Audio is still good.
Oh, I'm fuck. Ooh, that's earthy. There's like a grassy feel to that. That also does have a little bit of vanilla oak. There's some tannins to it.
Oh, $50 super chat from Kim Jones. Cheers.
Kim Jones. All right. So, Kim, did you get your package today? If not, you got something special coming to you today because of our guy, Funky B. But a big shout out to Kim. Also, a local viewer, Southwest Ohio. You've been following, I think she followed me on Twitter before she followed me on anything, or I guess it's called now, and you can follow me there. We're growing in all platforms right now. Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, TikTok have all had a really great month, a great couple of weeks. But Kim, a big shout out to Kim. $50 super chat. That's incredible. A big shout out to you. Hopefully you have some luck tonight. And I'm going to announce what we're giving away here after this pour, after I at least score it. Flavor there is a 1.5 out of 2. Again, very good. There's some vanillas. I do get some more of that banana that I got off the nose now that it sits with me. I mentioned that earthiness, but that's still there. There's some oak to it. Overall, very good whiskey. I would guess that that's labeled as a Tennessee whiskey, if that was my guess. I think that's really good. Mouthfeel on that. Go back to that. Oily. It does get a little thin on the back, so I will knock that down a peg. Still, I think a 1.5 on the mouthfeel. So 1.7, 1.5. Finish. That might be one of my favorite of the night so far when it comes to finish. I still think that's a 1.5 on the finish as well. But I do think that there's a whole lot more. I'm going 1.6. Sorry, Jack. So 1.7, 1.5, 1.5, 1.6. That should be a 6.3 out of 2 so far. That would fall in line as the number 3 of the 4 so far. Well, this is without value. So again, remember the value score is going to weigh heavily because if we have a $200 bottle here that is on par with a potential $50 bottle, the $50 bottle value is going to be way higher. So keep that in mind. But right now we're going B, C, D, A. They're all pretty close. They're all within 0.9 of each other so far. I do think the value is really going to make the difference in a couple of these, but my favorite so far has definitely been B. A lot of vanillas to that. I don't know anything what's going on. Jack's going to probably flash up the score if he hasn't done so already.
I can go ahead and
at least do the lightning counter
yeah,
before I get my stream back so I can see what the hell people are talking about.
Yeah, so I'm gonna go and take all those scores that you just gave and
That's
put that together and toss it up for people. 1 second while I throw that in there.
Michael Smith gifted 5.
Michael Smith gifted 5 memberships. Okay, so if you're new to the channel, if you don't understand what memberships are just like Patreon memberships. They're just for YouTube. So YouTube, its own membership program. Stuart, $20, as well as another $20 for Michael Smith, who jumps in with the. Are you ready, Jack? My flash up, giving away for the night.
Yeah, 1 second. Just the lightning count.
So everybody's getting the count.
Yeah.
And another one from
he's
Lip
leading
Service.
at
So thank you.
6.7.
$5 from Lip Service crew. We've got a bunch of super chats coming in. Michael, I mentioned gifted 5 memberships. So a membership is just like a Patreon member. You get all access to that depending on what level it was. I'm assuming he gifted EF1, which would be the $5 tier, but who knows? Michael just won a couple weeks ago. He won, I think it's 1392 foolproof pick from Joe's, and I believe Rich donated that. And tonight, are you ready to show?
Yeah, I'm gonna give you your monitor back.
You're gonna give me
So
my
Brandon
monitor.
is going to now see the
Cool.
monitor.
So don't tell me what I've been drinking. Don't tell me what is up front. Monitor's still not ready. There we go. So let's do thank you to you. $5 super chat. Is it Buckner's 10, Shim Shim, or one of the Bartons? I have no idea. I'm assuming this is the Barton. This is Buckner's 10. Barrel number 42. But actually, I'm not even gonna look. I'm
Arsenal.
I'm not looking. I didn't see it, but did you move it?
Yeah, you're good.
Can you scroll up what we're giving away tonight? I've been holding them up in my hands. But so if you are just tuning in, tonight's giveaway, every $5 in super chat, one entry goes towards 2 bottles of Eagle Rare, one from our man Ajay, who is in the house tonight, another one that I was able to grab the other day. So a big thank you to Ajay for donating this. Again, every $5 in super chat is one entry within the chance to win one of these 2 bottles tonight. We're going to be giving away 2 of them. So every $5 is one entry. I know some people might be like, "You're really just doing this for an Eagle Rare." I will say, we did do a video a couple days ago, and we'll pop that up in a second, Jack. But it was the Weller video. But I also did a don't overspend on Buffalo Trace, because I think people spend way too much on Buffalo Trace. It's good stuff, but I don't think you should be paying secondary prices for a lot of this stuff unless you're trading product. If you're trading it, I think that's all good. But if you are buying it, don't spend more than the MSRP. But I got a bunch of hate on what I was saying about pricing and a lot of things. But a lot of people are still saying that they can't get these Eagle Rare bottles. So I figured let's give away one, and then Ajay threw in a second one tonight. So 2 bottles of Eagle Rare. Speaking of giving away, today is tax day. So I did want to give you all the opportunity to save some money if you did want some weather gear. It is tax day. So 15% off here on April 15th. All orders of $50. You should be able to make $50 pretty simply. The Always Whiskey Weather sweatshirt is $45, and then throw in a couple of stickers will get you there. Or a mug, a hoodie. I don't even have that hoodie. I think Tom Blanford does, but Jack, you're wearing the hoodie. 7
One per day of the week.
One for each day of the week. T-shirts are fantastically great as well, but 15% off. Use the code STAY2025. I'll throw that out there until Friday this week. So if you're watching this on a replay, which could be Wednesday, Thursday, or Friday, I'll leave this through Friday, so Saturday morning will go bye-bye. But Tax Day 2025 gets you 15% off all orders of $50 or more. If it's a Glencairn, I will be shipping that out personally. Everything else will be coming from the old shop itself. So again, every $5 super chats. Let's check in on Venmo real quick, Jack. And see. I'm sure we got a few more Venmos as well. quite a bit. So everything from Mike Lost down.
All right, I'm just going to go ahead and
So we've got
back
back road. We've got over 9,000 ducks. We've got Travis. Oh, Travis Robeson. He's out in Tennessee. Travis is a great dude. He early days. Mike Lawson, $25 super chat. So that is 5 entries. Roger Reese, $20. That is 4 entries, as well as Trevor Trost, who's a local guy. He's a $10 super chat via Venmo. Big thank you to each and every one of you. As I mentioned, every dollar I get from this channel, from super chats, from Venmos, goes right back into making this channel a bigger, stronger, better channel. I made the joke a couple months ago. The goal is to be like Luzal, right? The dude is a machine. 800,000 subscribers almost. We're at 8,000, almost 500. We're getting there. So if you haven't hit that subscribe button yet, please do so. We're almost to 10,000. I have a couple of good bottles to pop for 10,000 as a big celebration. I have a bottle that I've been to nearly for 2 years to pop 10,000 subscriber occasion. I also have a couple bottles to give away. One which was donated by our guy, Mr. Footman Brian. But also a couple other bottles that I would like to give away. One is going to be free away. So the one thing I always say, the best way to support this channel, if you cannot support it monetarily, share it with your friends. Share it with your friends. $100? Are you kidding me?
I'm not.
Richard, why? Greetings from George T. Santos. Dave, you should have gotten your bottle. If it's probably going to be delivered tomorrow. Dave won a few weeks ago, but a big thank you to Michael, Stewart, Kim, Kyle, and Lip Service crew. Thank you to everybody who's already donated. Real quick, I do want to say this. Once we get all caught up, actually, let's roll the video. This stream is brought to you by it's over in the media assets down. I'll hide my face. You can't see what's going on. All the way in the videos if you keep going down at the bottom. Start with number 1. So this stream is brought to you by VISKI. They are sponsoring me right now. They have amazing glassware. They've got amazing products. They've got this decanter, which is beautiful. They also have a stackable decanter, which is fantastic. And this is similar if you've ever been to New Riff. This is kind of how they serve their old fashions. This one is a little bit more jazzed up, but they've got that. And also, this one speaks to me. This tells me Josh Johnson all over it, right? But they've got a globe decanter. You ever go sit, just like play with the globe? Back in your day, back in my day, we did that. I don't know about you.
No,
It was probably all like a map.
Yeah, I was gonna say last year when I was in middle school, we didn't have any actual rooms, and they sure didn't have whiskey.
Digital wasn't. So, I'll back to pause my video. I don't know what's going on. Did our stream just freeze? I don't know. Did the whole program freeze?
No,
I don't know. That's weird. Am I frozen on your side?
Yeah, you're frozen.
So weird. Well, can we try anything? Brian Footman. Okay. Go back to my video if we can. It's so weird. Unplug and plug it in. This hasn't done that in weeks. What's that? You can use your words.
you can just talk about that.
Oh, yeah. So 10 whiskeys. That was my latest video. I did just grab a new video. I did grab a new bottle in that video. Wild Turkey 8-year is dropping across northern Kentucky. Ajay, you grabbed one tonight. I was able to grab another one. They are dropping here in northern Kentucky. It should be a nationwide release. They are pretty cheap too for $45. Frozen, Ajay, fix it, please. But going back to whiskey, they also have these awesome glassware as well. If you're a cocktail fan, this is their Nick and Nora glasses, which I will be doing a video soon. I think that would be perfect for Manhattan. This would make a perfect perfect paper plane. But this is the Meridian coupe glasses. There should be a link in the description if you want to buy them. I do get supported by VISKI, so a big shout out to VISKI for sponsoring the stream. You can get that link below. Sooner there will be a code for Whiskey Weather people to get some money back off their order as well. So stay tuned. We're gonna have more from VISKI here coming through the next couple of weeks. As I mentioned, a lot going on here at the Whiskey Weather YouTube channel. I think Jack, where in Northern Kentucky did you find it? We like to call them Ligma spirits. Some people may call them very good. Some people might call them mediocre. Some people just call them good. But we call them Ligma spirits. Frozen everything. Enjoying a fresh scoop. Oh yes, I got a new batch of the new Riff ice cream. Was unable to attend the event on Friday. They canceled it at the last minute. Not going to go into details there, but that Grater's ice cream.
And they sent you 5 and me 1, which is really nice.
I did get a package in the mail today, but I did also buy some the other day as well. So there were 8 pints. There may only be like 4 left at this point. Evil spirits is what. So Poe is here.
He changed his name.
There you go. Sorry. All right. Ooh. I'm going on to number 5. We're number 5, which is 3. You can get rid of the camera. So again, thank you to each and every one of you who has thrown in super chats, who have thrown in Venmos. All this is going back to the channel to make this bigger, better, and stronger. So every $5 is one inch. Number 5 or letter E. Oh, that is delicious as well. See, that leans Jack to me. There's a little banana to that. There's more vanilla dark sweetness to this, though, like brown sugars. Ooh, running there hot rod outside. Between B and E, these are 2 different types of noses. B is darker. This one's still phenomenal. This is a 1.9 out too. Man, it's like a vanilla cupcake, banana Foster, brown sugar, just there's a little maple, like pancakes, like maple syrup on pancakes. That's cake. So 1.9. Damn. Oh, I hate this that you both know what it is, and I have no idea, and everybody else knows. So, man, that's the best nose I've had so far. I think I know what that is. I may be super confident, and I may have all 5 of these wrong so far, but
He isn't reading chat. That's correct. He cannot see the stream platform at all. I'm the only one.
Right now, I can't see shit.
Monitoring that.
When Jack unplugged the monitor, it's black. So it's here to be the guy who confirms everything.
Oh, 1.9 on the nose on E, huh?
You tell me. That's one of the best noses out there. I don't like. I don't. That is great. Mouth feels a little thin to me. We're gonna go with a 1.6 out of 2. There's still a lot of legs to that. Just a little more punch to it. It thins out a little more than I would hope for. I do think the flavor though is fantastic.
Had a super chat come in. Ken Rush $.
Ken Rush, also a Patreon member. I didn't mention that Kim's a Patreon member as well, but Kim's a Patreon member. Rich is Stuart Butcher. If I missed your name, I'm sorry if you're a Patreon member. I've got a ton of amazing Patreon members. We're going to flash them all up here for the end of the video to give each and every one of you your due, whether you are an EF0 to an EF5. You all make this such a great opportunity. You have sold out 3 barrel picks. We are 7 barrel picks away. Toss up the graphic. Toss up the graphic. We have 7 more Pursuit bottles left to go. So we are almost there. So if you got a bottle of Pursuit and you were thinking or hemming and hawing whether you were going to get a backup, you may want to pull the trigger because we're almost there. That's a me thing. But there are only 7 Pursuit double bottles left. Jack, between you and me, we both picked it with Eric and Jason. I think it tastes better out of the bottle than it did out of the
Yeah, and I was surprised. I wasn't expecting
It got a 7.8 out of the barrel. I think I'd probably give it an 8.2.
it. It also arrived in April, and we tried it all the way back in January, so it's been a while. But I was like, this is better than I remember.
The nose
Absolutely.
was incredible.
And I've tried a lot of really good.
By the way, have you heard it back yet? All right, tomorrow I'm going to send an email. And if you have ordered and you haven't gotten your product yet, because 90% of us have, no, I'll get to the guys over at Shared Pour. Get that out. So flavor-wise, I think this is a lower proof whiskey, and I think the mouthfeel feels a little thin. With that, I'm going to go with that 1.612 on the flavor. Very good. The finish is a 1.5 as well. A 1 as well, but a 1.5. So 1.9, 1.6, 1.7, 1.5. Quick math. That one's going to be a little tougher because the variables. So that's 3.2, 4.7, 6.6. It does fall just behind the beat, but again, the value is going to be the defining score on this. But if it came to these were all priced the same way, it was B, E, C, D, A. He's very good. It's not great. It's not excellent, depending on what the value score is. I do think the nose is the best part of that. And I do think that could use a little more sweetness on the old finish. As for that,
So Ken did ask, since I'm late to the live, what is tonight? And the New York ice cream is fabulous. Had it today in Columbus.
the New York ice cream is fantastic. The giveaway 2 bottles of Eagle Rare. So we're gonna have 2 winners tonight. I know most people will be like, "Well, that's a $40 bottle." Well, our secondary market is trading for what, $7 around here. In some places, a lot of places like the Southeast, I had someone in Florida tell me I can't get it for anything less than $150 down there. So, because we're doing a 10-year-old blind review, I figured we had to give away a 10-year-old bourbon. I already had put in one, and our guy Ajay put in a second. 2 to give away. So everybody say a big thank you to Ajay for bringing us this opportunity, and a big thank you to him. As for F, that nose is great too. Okay, that's more like deep oak, vanillas. I don't know if it's. All right, that's more banana fucking. Ugh, I thought I had the Jack pegged, and now I don't know if I have the Jack pegged. That's a 1 point on the nose as well. Yeah, cherries. There was some banana there too. Dark oak. A lot softer on the palate than I expected. But that doesn't mean it's bad on the mouthfeel. The mouthfeel coats very well. It's creamy. It's got like kind of call it a pop roxy feel, where it like tingles a little bit and pops here and there as if you had pop rocks on your tongue. It's a 1.7 on the mouthfeel. 1.9 on the nose, 1.7 on the mouthfeel. That flavor is very good too. That's a 1.7 on the flavor. Ooh. I honestly don't have a guess of what the hell this is. Man, that's like Russell's, dusty. This reminds me of Buckner's 15, which is a different mash bill than the Buckner's 10.
Got a $5 super chat. President Richard Nixon. I'm here for the waffles. I was told there'd be waffles, Carl.
Thank you for the waffles. $5 from Mr. Richard Nixon. So thank you, Mr. Richard. We will be doing the giveaway here in about 20 minutes, so you still have time to enter. Man, that is a great note. What do you know what this is? So
Yeah, that's really good.
Jack,
Did you move on to G?
I am on F. I can finish F.
Yeah, that's amazing.
Man. I think that finish is very cherry forward. There's a softness to it, as I mentioned earlier. Damn. On the finish. So 1.9, 1.7, 1.6. We're sitting at 4, 5, 6.9. That's the best one so far. Between that and B. F and B. F smells more like cereal, or B smells more like cereal to me now that I go back and forth. Let's go on to G. We got 2 more left. We're cooking. We're on sample number 7, and it's not even been 55 minutes.
Sample number G.
Number 7, sample letter G. This is more grainy. This has a cereal note. It could just be because I mentioned cereal off of B. B is much more cereal-y. G. My sniffer might be broken. Everything smells good. G is a 1.7. It's good. It's a little grain forward to me, which I would assume is more wheat. Tends to have a softer nose. This is soft, but it's cereal's the first. Like, it's gonna sound weird. You ever have Life cereal? No. Jack has no idea what the hell that
White cereal?
is. Life, not white.
Life cereal.
I've had black cereal. You ever had white cereal? No. Life cereal. There's a point in time when the life is in the bowl with the milk. There's a short period of time where it is way too soggy or way too hard. There's like a very thin moment where the Life cereal is the best. The nose on this is when the Life cereal is at its best. There's some brown sugars. There's some there's a graininess to it. There's like a soft oak. The nose is good. I've been overall the nose.
We got $10 coming in from Still $10 for 10-year. Having some 9-year knob myself.
Hell yeah. Careful who Another one from Richard Nixon?
$2.
Carl Jordan, we're not on Facebook. Hold that $2 from Tricky Dick because we have something for that here in a second. Okay. So Dick, thank you for the $1.99 super chat. $2 calling out Carl Jordan. The flavor on that
1.7.
1.7 on the nose. That's got to be weird. That's funky compared to everything else. To me, that's a Heaven Hill 10. Get more maple syrup on the finish. Mouth feels a 1.5. It's a little thin, but I do think it coats the mouth very well. I think that does have a little bit more of a spice on the back end, which would tell me it's not a wheat. But the first 50% of that all is wheat. It's a little more funky on the back end. Not like a mold, but like just like the flavor just disappears. It's just more like volume rather than flavor. So I know I didn't go flavor yet, but I'm going to go with a 1 point in it. That flavor. I'm going to go to 1.6. 1.7, 1.6, 1.5, 1.3. It comes out to 6.1 out of 10. I could be doing my math completely wrong. I feel pretty good and confident. So,
Good so far.
so we're going to finally move on to H. As I mentioned earlier, if you're just tuning in now, how many people are we at? 82. I like it. We've been consistently in the 70 to 85 range. Thank you. I have said in a minute, but if you haven't liked the video yet, please do that. Also, don't forget to hit the subscribe button if you haven't already. We are almost to 8,500 subscribers. Pushing for that by the end of this week. We're pushing for 10K by the end of May. If you've already subscribed, the best way to help this video, share with your friends. Share this channel with your friends, because that is the best way to help spread the whiskey word. Stormfront, the Storm Chasers group, which is what I call my Patreon and YouTube members. Michael already gifted 5 YouTube memberships. I don't know if I could pick how that all works, but I guess
I don't know how that works.
I'll pick. I guess I think that I'm kind of a YouTube noob on that sense, but that is funky. That's the fucking Eagle Rare.
$5 more from Richard Nixon.
Tricky Dick, another $5. See, he's smart. He's spacing out his entries.
Yeah.
Just kidding. Thank you to each and every one of you. We'll check Venmo here in a second. Like I mentioned, Venmo is great because Venmo doesn't take money away from me. YouTube takes about 38%. But if that's what you want to send, not going to say no. Thank you to each and every one of your support. That is, to be honest, that nose is more funky. That is total grapevine caramel, which tells me that one of these is bullet. And I thought it was better than this. Unless this is bullet. But this has more of an Eagle Rare nose to me, which I love Eagle Rare. But I'm going 1.6 on the nose. It's starting to grow on me. Sorry.
We got some more that's all coming at once. We've got Paxi Moisture saying Jack Stewart would never mess with the stream like this. We've got another $5 from Tired Potato saying, do you ever get dizzy being a spinner? Mailing out a gift for you tomorrow. And we've got $5 from Randy.
All right. So Randy commented, cool, or no comment from Randy. $5?
$5.
Poe, you're funny. Tired Potato is Michael Trader, who is from Indianapolis. He's the guy who did the Indianapolis Bourbon with. Great dude. Go give him a follow. He's a streamer. Indiana Bourbon Club. The He 3D. Isn't that off. Let me put the old Glen Karen in that. But Tired Potato Gaming. Big shout out to Michael Trader, big supporter. I think he's an EF3 Patreon member. You put the Glen Karen in that. Patchy Moisture. All right, I like it. That's whiskey weather right there. Patchy Moisture. You know what? We're gonna have to do a YouTube video off of dirty weather terms that are actually. But here's one for you. Cringe. Neither of you looking at me as I say this. The word moist tongue is a weather term. But so we're still on H. Nose 1.6. All right, I'm trying to figure out what the hell I've guessed and what I haven't guessed. Flavor. That's 90 proof. Mouthfeel's 1.5 out of 2. That's good. It's not amazing. Screw that. We're going 1.4 out of 2. Sorry on that mouthfeel. 1.5 on the flavor. So 1.6, 1.5, 1.4. I think 1.5 on the finish. Some good notes on the back end. No. 1.6, 1.4, 1.4. I know I did a couple audibles there, but
1.6, 1.5, 1.4, 1.4.
1.6 and then 1.4 is to finish it up. So that should give us yet again. Well, this throws me a fucking curveball. I guess I should put this out there, but I'm trying to figure out which one I haven't guessed yet. I think it's Bullet. Where did I mess up? Here we go. All right. Y'all know what I'm drinking. And if you're just tuning in, Jack threw it up at the beginning. I have no access to what the screen is right now. But to me, which is tied for the last, which is also H. Both are 5.8. A to me is Russell's 10. B was Buckner's 10. It's got a 6.7. C to me was Heaven Hill 10, which got a 6.5. Jack 10, which got a 6.3. E, I believe, was the Michter's 10, which got a 6.6. Buddy.
I didn't see that. They're looking at the lightning counter.
Oh, F, I think, is Old Rip, which got a 6.9. G, I believe, is Bullet, which got a 6.1. And then H, I believe, is Eagle Rare at 5.8. I can't see what's up on the screen, but I think it's time to reveal and let me know what was what.
All right. We're going to start in the bottom.
Well, we're going to have to throw in value scores as well.
Yeah.
So let's just go A through H. I'm going to throw a value score on each one. A was Russell's 10. I guessed it. So that is a $40 bottle nowadays. I think off of that score, I would give that a 1.5. So we're giving that a total score of a 7.3 out of 10. 7.3 out of 10. That is very respectable. I loved it when it was at $28.99. Now that we've reached the $40 to $45 threshold, not as much of a fan of it, but I do think that that is a very good everyday shelfer. That is at every store you go to. It should be between $38.99 and $45. If you can find it near $36.99, I believe our Costco has it at $35.99. I've seen it at a couple of different stores. Kroger had it for $36.99 as well. That's where I grabbed this one today. Very good value for what it is. It lacked, to me, on the mouthfeel, you could tell that it was 90 proof, but very good. And this is just LFE or whatever the hell the 15-year blend was. So I'm 1 for 1 on the Russells, 7.3. That's not bad for a freaking $50 or $45 bottle, to be honest. What are we looking at B?
B. Gold Fits 10.
Gold Fits 10. Oh,
It's currently in second place without value taken into it. Obviously, this is much one of the highest.
6.7. So the Old Fits 10 last year, what was that, 130 or 150? Got an Old Fits 10 in 2023 for $130. Let's go off the $130. That was very, very good. I think the value there, I would wish it was close to $110. Go with a 1.6 though because it is fantastic. 1.6, that gives it an 8.3 out of 10. Very good. I again wish it was a little bit lower in price. That makes me know exactly what freaking 10 is, but I'm 1 for 2 so far. All right, C. I had guessed that it was the Heaven Hill 10, so I was wrong on that one. Originally, I wrote down Eagle Rare, and then I was like, maybe it's old Rip Van Winkle, and then I changed my mind. Thought it was Heaven Hill 10. Probably one. Is it? Which is $100 bottle. No, $89.99. I believe is the SRP for the 10-year. So on SRP value, that was one of my favorites of the first 4. That was the second best of the first 4. I think that finishes what beforehand is 4.8. We're adding in the value. Yeah, that's a damn good Pappy right there. Pappy C is Pappy. I'm gonna go the value on that for $89.99. If you can find it on $89.99, I would personally probably pay up to $150. I was expecting it to be 100. So I'll say the value there is a 1.8. So 1.8 also brings it to 8.3 out of 10. Are you going to find it at $89.99? Most likely not, unless you're winning a lottery, unless you're walking into a Costco, or unless a store has it and they have no other idea what the heck they have in their stock. But most of the time, that was years ago. Right now, you walk into a store, each store knows what they have. But 8.3 out of 10 for the old Rip. So that's tied with B, which was the Heaven Hill 10. Heaven Hill 10. I will say we're so far CBA is how it goes because Old Rip is cheaper and has a higher value. So D, where are we at? On D, I said 10. I got.
Really thought it was Jack 10. You got a lot of banana fossils on this. This is Buckner's.
This is the Buckner's 10. 6.3. It's the Buckner's 10. This is $159.99. I thought this was good. I thought this was very good. 1.7, 1.5, 1.6, right? $150. I think this $150 is pushing. We're gonna go with 1.5 as well. That gives it a 7.8 out of 10. I love Buckner. I love what they're doing over there. Augusta's fantastic. Some of the Buckner 10 bottles, we had 140 proof Buckner's 10 a couple of weeks ago. Phenomenal. I think this is a excellent bourbon. 7.8 is excellent bourbon on my rating scale. One thing, if I can remember it, 4 pours ago, I wish there was a little bit more mouthfeel to it. To me, it drank under 110 proof. That's a lower Buckner's 10. But early days Barton, I believe. I'm not sure if that was the actual measure. This was from early last year. It was 142, bottle number 142 out of barrel 42. So it may have been a higher yielded Buckner 10. Good, very good, excellent. 7.8 out of 10. So currently we're C, B, D, A on the rating scale. C, B, D, A, which would go full rip, right? Old Fitz, Buckner's 10, and then Russell's E. I thought it was Michter's 10 year. I gave it a 6.6 out of 20. What do we have?
This is Bullet 10. Third place, calculated in value. 1.9 nose.
Buckner's 10.
No, Bullet 10.
Bullet 10. Damn. This is why you do things blind, because you never know. I don't even know what the MSRP is in Bullet 10. It's got to be like $60.
Yeah, somewhere around there.
I'm going off of $60. The value on that's going to be a 1.7. No, 1.8. Shit. 1.8. That gives it an 8.4, which would personally put it. Oh, people are going to look at me going, "What the fuck's wrong with this guy?" There is no way that was Bullet 10.
It was.
He was Bullet 10. That nose was immaculate. I told you, was that the one I threw?
Yeah.
Yeah. I threw the F in your face. So F, which was the winner before we get to value, which leaves, that's got to be the Jack.
Nope.
Oh,
That's Michter's 10.
Michter's 10. That's a $150 bottle last year. That, to me, the value on that is a 1.7, which gives that an 8.6 rating, which is exactly what I rated it, I believe, last year as it finished as my top 5 whiskey of the year. This was the 2024 batch. Michter's 10-year bourbon. This is fantastic. If you have a chance to, this drink, hotter than 94.4 proof, and not in a bad way. There was a whole lot. That was the one that threw in your face, wasn't it? Oh, yeah, that nose is freaking phenomenal. Oh, yep. I opened that on my birthday this past year and was blown away. Yeah, Michter's 10. I don't know if we're going to beat 8.6, guys. So that leaves Jack and the Eagle. Jack was G. It had to be G.
That's correct.
So the Jack 10 SRP should be $89.99, I believe, on the Jack 10. I believe it's $109.99 on the 12, and then it's $149.99 on the 14. $89.99. That's a great price for this. I think the finish fell off a little bit faster than I hoped to. As I go to it, get the bananas right away. $89.99 for a limited release from Jack Daniels. It's a 1.6. Brings it to a 7 out of 10, which ironically is second to last so far. Wow. So let's re-rack this. First was Russell's 10. Second was Old Fitz 10. C was the Old Rip, right? D was Buckner's 10. E, Bullet, Michter's 10, Jack 10, and then Eagle Rare. That, which I call the nose stands out to me. It's that grape. It was soft. I love Eagle Rare. We're going to go off of $40, which is what should be able to find it for. No, for $42.99, which is now the MSRP. I miss the days of $30. I miss the days of $32.99. But still, I think if you can find this for anywhere from $40 to $50, as I mentioned a little bit earlier, this is a bottle that if you have a friend trying to get into, this was my gateway. What was your guys' gateway?
I mean, Woodford. That was the first bottle that I bought that was allocated more. There's a VISKI out here that is hard to get that I can explore. That was my first.
Eagle Rare. What about you?
It was either normal filtration or
That's a good one too. And that was $40 when I started. $38.99. Now it's like $50. But to me, if you have a friend who is trying to get into whiskey, don't give them a high proofer. Don't give them or her a high proofer. Give them Eagle Rare. That is going to be one that will sell them on my flavor here, rather than at 90 proof. Value at $42, I think, is 7. So that's going to be a 7.5 out of 10. So the winner, Michter's 10, and it goes to whatever E was, which was no. Michter's 10, Bullet 10. I rated Bullet over Old Rip. You gonna plug that in?
I'm gonna plug it in so you can see this.
This is the crazy. Michter's, Bullet, Old Rip 10. And where do we go? We go to
There you go.
Buckner's 10 in the top 10. We go 8.6 is Michter's 10, 8.4 Bullet 10, 8.3, 8.3 Old Rip and Old Fits, 7.7 Jack 10. Out of that all, Russell's 10 finished last. That's crazy. Russell, I will say Stymie says Elijah Craig's small batch is such a quintessential. I will say Russell's 10, Elijah small batch is one of my favorite go-tos as well for just like an everyday sipper. Bring that dad does bourbon. It was Evan Williams. Regular Evan Williams or Evan Williams all on? He's biking. So let's do the giveaway. It is currently 10:20. Let's make sure we get a couple more. We got not more than a couple. We got 3. Jared Lee, $20. Carl Jordan, 5. No, I see no evil, hear no evil, see no evil. Well, speak no evil, hear no evil, see no evil. So we've got Jared Lee at 20. We've got Carl at 5 and Brett Wolf at 10. Here. So we are going to run this. Let's just double check. Any more super chats?
We got a lot more super chats. We need to load in.
So big thank you to each and every one of you who have joined in. We're doing the Eagle Rare giveaway tonight. 77 of you. We've got 2 bottles of Eagle Rare. Probably likes to on video. Hopefully more than 77. Probably not, knowing all y'all. Hit the like button. It's easy. Colin just jumped in with 62 likes. So we're almost there. 75 of you in here. We're going to do this giveaway here. Rich Nixon, Still Funky B. Looking on your phone. So the fact that Bullet 10 finished in second freaking place, that's MGP at its best right there, y'all. If you're going to I used to shit so bad. That's going to make me look so bad. That's ridiculous. We're going to do the giveaway. Don't go anywhere. Who brought it? Was this you, Jack, who brought the rag?
I did, yeah.
Different.
You need your own rags.
It means I got to get 50,000 subscribers, which means y'all need to send it. But no, Michter's 10, Old Rip, and then Old Fits. Wow, I am pretty blown away by that. Buckner's in top 5 though. I'm happy with it. We had a couple different whiskeys that I thought about. There was the Penelope 10-year. There's the Basil Hayden 10-year. What else? Oh, Henry McKenna 10, 1924. The only reason we didn't do my 1924 is the only one I have is skunked. That shit is like a cardboard box. Ask Jack. He tried it a couple weeks ago.
Yeah,
it literally tastes like you soaked a cardboard box. I think something went wrong with the cork or something like that because it's awful. And I was like, I'm not going to put that in there because that'll literally get as the worst. But wow, Stay tuned, y'all. I have a couple more things up my sleeve as we're going to be doing this giveaway here in a second. We have a lot of entries so far. Travis, Kevin, Michael, Trevor, William, Stewart, Dave. Just listen off names here. We're almost there. Brett Wolf was the last one that came through. Ooh. Mr. Michael Reader. I'm going to do a teaser here, folks. Remember the whole barrel thing that I showed you?
I
Oh, you
see
can't
it.
see it. Well, that's a teaser. That's a teaser, Jack. It's blurry.
What
But
is it? Blurry and overexposed. Ooh,
yeah, whiskey
well, that's
weather
good.
mural head. So, yeah, those might be for sale for whiskey viewers as well. So, Mr. Jack Weaver. He's sharing the screen. We did. No, Randy. Unless they just came in. Did our chat? Yeah, we did. Jack, you better watch it. Oh, Jesus. Well, whoever Aaron is, yeah, Aaron, Poe's on one tonight. Poe's been drinking since 6 o'clock. I met Poe at 5:35, and then he sent a picture at 6 o'clock drinking Elijah Craig 18. So Poe has been for a hot minute. It is 4.5 hours of liquidation.
He said he was finished that day.
Oh, Jesus. So there we go. 72 y'all in here. Thank you to each and every one of you. How many entries does that mean we've got, Jack? What's it say on there as we pop it up? We're at 90 entries. Holy, $100 tonight. Keep that tight. No more super chats yet.
All right.
We're gonna run this. Does your generator?
We're gonna use.
We're gonna do the wheel. So we're gonna do a random generator. Throw up the wheel. So we're gonna do 2 random generator. Actually, I'll give you a number between 1 and 7.
6.
So we're going to do 6 generations of 1 through 92. And on the 6th generation, whoever is the number is going to win Eagle Rare. And then number 7, you're going to win the second Eagle Rare. So let her rip. The first generation is 11. Second one is 26. 3, 7. And that means number 48. Entry number 48 is winner number 1, which means that is Rich Anderson. Rich is winner number 1. Congratulations, Rich. I can say, fuck you. Take that back. A couple weeks ago. So, big shout out to Rich. Congratulations to Rich, winner number 1. And then generation number 7 means that number 19 is your winner. And number 19 comes out to be Mr. Mike Lawson. Congratulations to Mike Lawson. You won one of the Eagle Rare, and Mr. Rich Anderson won a second Eagle Rare. But here's what I'm going to do. This one means more to me than anything we've done so far today. We put these on here, Jack. So, as y'all may know, and throw up the graphics we talked, Jeff. The last couple of weeks have been pretty devastating. First off, let's go over to Buffalo Trace. Buffalo Trace has been decimated by some incredible flooding, right? If you've ever been to Buffalo Trace, that's when the visitor parking lot has a ton of flooding, or it had a ton of flooding. Now they have since reopened. However, the flooding was nasty out at Buffalo Trace. If you've been to Buffalo Trace, you went through the parking lot, you probably went to the gift shop, which is also nasty. This was one of the biggest posts I've had on Facebook, Twitter, on Instagram since I started. The gift shop underwater. I also have a picture there. Buffalo Trace.
Other than the stuff up on the hill, the logs and stuff like that, it had to have literally been every single building.
Every single building that they have on the campus, I believe, had some sort of water intake. But here's the deal. Buffalo Trace, $1 billion industry. we're giving away 2 bottles of Eagle Rare. Glens Creek down the stream, this is what it looked like for them. They're a smaller distillery. If you don't know the story behind Glens Creek, this was the inside of their warehouse, their forklifts. But not just that, their barrels that were aging ended up doing. This is devastating for a distillery like Glens Creek, right? They're a much smaller scale distillery. If you don't know the story behind Glens Creek, they are the old pro distillery. If you were older than my age, if you were back from the 70s and early 80s, you may Jack. There was a distillery called Old Crow Distillery. It's one of the bigger ones. It also is one of those bottom shelfers that a lot of people may know of, but they got hit hard, very hard, to the point where they're pretty much crippled. So here's what we're doing. We're going to use Buffalo Trace, and we are going to take this Liquor Barn Buffalo Trace store pick. Every $2 will be one entry. The only thing is we're only going to do Venmo or PayPal. All the proceeds go towards the Franklin County Flood Relief Fund and the Glens Creek Distillery. So we're going to split it in half. I'm not taking any of this money. Any dollar that I get is going to go to Franklin County and Glens Creek. Actually, I'm going to take $50 of what we made tonight from the Eagle Rare pick, our Eagle Rare giveaway, and throw $50 towards the Buffalo Trace pick here, and Franklin County Relief Fund and the Glens Creek Distillery. Because Glens Creek, no offense to Buffalo Trace has dealt with flooding before. They will deal with it again. They will bounce back. They have millions and millions of barrels. They're going to be okay. It's places like Glens Creek. It's places like Castle and Keith. They didn't have any flooding there, but it's those little distilleries that cannot bounce back as quickly. So to me, I want to give back to those distilleries, to the community that cannot deal with it as well. I don't think it made let's just delete everybody out of that or copy and throw it in there. Again, Venmo, WXBinner89, please no comments, period, or a water droplet, whatever that emoji is. Every $2 will be one entry. So between now and 10:40, we've got 9 minutes. We'll run the giveaway at 10:40. Every $2 is going to be an entry. This is near and dear to me. This is the Whiskey Weather YouTube channel. There was no other time 2 weeks since I've been doing this that whiskey and weather came together in the same format. Like, look at that. Imagine if that was your house. It would be devastating. Think if it was your livelihood. You'd put all your money, all your life savings into a distillery. That would be something that would devastate you. So, every $2, PayPal, Venmo, you're going to be entered. It is 10:32. You've got 9 minutes. Oh, damn. We got a ton. Austin Tiller, $4. I'll rattle them off again and give it to you in a second. Austin Tiller, $4. Stewart, $10. Kyle Carpenter, $20. Just write it down on my phone here in a second. Jared Lee, $30. Ken Rush, $4. Trevor Cho, $6. In the room, $20. Richard, $20. So we are 4, 10, 20, 30, 4, 6, 20, 20, 10 from Michael. And let me check my email to make sure that my PayPal comes through. I didn't read PayPal off, but that is Brandon at whiskey.wx.com. It's up there on the screen right now. But again, every $2 goes to one entry to win this Buffalo Trace bottle. It's more so you get the bottle, just know that you donated for a good cause. Again, this is near and dear to me because of the fact that flooding is, I'm not going to put down tornadoes, but tornadoes only affect the singular location. Flooding can affect miles and miles and miles.
Your phone.
What's that?
I'm gonna start
Fun
putting all these in.
So thank you to each and every one of you. We have Austin. I know we have Richard, Ajay, Michael, as well as Stuart Warren checking in. He's a Patreon member. Cal Carpenter, thank you, sir. That's good. Jared, Ken, as well as Trevor, and all of you who have donated tonight, not only to the channel, but also to the Flood Relief Fund. We're up to, oh, you're going to have to change the equation. Hold on a second. So if you go to, no, oh, we got another. So
Got lots more coming in. $20 from Kim Jones,
Hold on.
$14 from Trevor Trost, 12 from Matt, 6 from Travis.
hold on a second. I'm going to fix these. So we already have 72 entries, which is incredible. Yeah, so again, we're going to leave this open for a couple more minutes. I want to speak more on it. The Frankfurt River, or the Kentucky River in Frankfurt, crested at just below the all-time peak in 1978. As I mentioned, Buffalo Trace, they've dealt with it. They will deal with it again. They will bounce back. But it's the little part of the community. Frankfurt is a bigger city. It's the capital city in the state of Kentucky. I don't know if you knew that. I didn't know that until I moved here. Small podunk city outside of Buffalo Trace. I wouldn't expect it to be the damn capital of the state of Kentucky, which has Lexington, which has Louisville. Frankfurt is the capital. That's where I believe Andy Bashir works and lives. I believe that's where all of the state senators and representatives go. And this is just one distillery that got impacted. That was not, it was that's great. I've been in touch with David at Glens Creek. I'm going to go down there and try to hopefully help them out. I would like to deliver them some money. I also want to donate to the community, and I want you guys to all be part of it because this is a very important thing to me. So $2, $4, $10, $6, whatever it is. If you're a hot shot, right, it's great. If you got a chance to toss in $20, like Mr. Ajay over here, like if you got you threw in $30, every dollar counts. This is going towards the community. This does not support me. I do believe in giving back. I do believe that if you can lift everybody around you, it'll only make you stronger. It'll make everybody else stronger around you because no matter what our politics are nowadays, no matter what we think about the state of the economy, and I know the state of the economy is not nearly as strong as it was a few months ago, a few weeks ago. So every dollar matters. And thank you to each and every one of you who've donated tonight, whether that was to support me in the channel. As I mentioned, I'm going to put $50, $470 or whatever that raised today, throw that back into the pool myself. I'm donating this bottle to give away from the Buffalo Trace Liquor Barn store. I want to give back. And I do think that giving back is the most important thing. It's again. Oh, Mr. Posh. Okay. I was going to say, Mr. Anderson, you need to put your phone back in your pocket. I'm a little emotional about this.
If he's giving to support this,
If he is, I guess if you're giving to support this, let me double check. Make sure we didn't get any emails via PayPal. Via PayPal. We also have $20 from Justin Stinson via PayPal. So Justin Stinson and
that first one.
the first one was Kyle Shamble with a C. Y'all, we're over 126 entries. We're up to $250, $252. And if you add the $50 I'm throwing in there, we're up to $200 in donations for Flood Relief. I know that may not seem like a lot, but from this group, that's incredible. There's only 56 of you. A few of you are dropping off. I do want to thank each and every one of you who are tuning in this evening, who are staying in line. It's currently 10:30 Eastern Time. It's 9:38 Central Time. That means it is also 7:38 Pacific Time. Thank you, each and every one of you who have joined us tonight. It's been an incredible night. We picked out the best 10-year bourbon, and we can crown that as the Michter's 10-year. Believe it or not, Mr. Brian Foot Passenger Cool at 10 is number 2. Blew my freaking mind, I know. But now it's about giving back. If you have $2, if you have $4, if you have $6, hell, if you have $20 that you can spare, you've got a chance to not only win a bottle of Buffalo Trace, I will ship to you as early as next week, potentially, depending on the schedule. But we're giving back to Glens Creek. We're giving back to the Franklin County Flood Relief, which, again, that's another thing, is you see the pictures of the distilleries, right? You don't see the pictures of the community of the people around the river that deal with the impact. So, to me, giving back is the most important thing, especially when it comes to having a voice. Not everybody has a voice. Not everybody has a chance to put their voice out there, and those who can, I think, should. And in this sense, having this YouTube channel with more than 8,000 subscribers, I think it's extremely important to put out that voice. We got one more Venmo, I believe, Mr. Greg Irvin, $26. Unless I missed, we made it more. Actually.
James is getting $6.
Yep. And I just think I saw another one up real quick.
Yeah, one more just came in.
Joshua Jackson,
$20.
$20. So, yeah, we're gonna do good for this community, y'all. And that's one thing I love about the bourbon community is it does rally around its people. It does rally around its community. I started on Instagram in late 2021, early 2022, at least officially. That's why the logo says. I started doing the whiskey thing back in 2016, 2017. I started posting about it on my personal Instagram page back in 2018, and then decided in 2022 it was probably smart to not do the old meteorologist page, having the old the alcohol on it. So I created just thinking it would be fun, but I want to get back, and that's what this is all about. We're at $304 raised so far in the last 10 minutes, and it is currently 10:40. I told you that we were going to do the giveaway at 10:40, so let's do it. I'm going to call here. So let's give it 30 seconds. We just got another one from Steve Emeritus for $10 on PayPal. Again, thank you, Steve. To you. And let's just double check. I'm going to refresh. The reason I did this through Venmo and PayPal rather than doing YouTube Super Chats is because YouTube would take all the money away, right? That's the one thing about YouTube is their Super Chats great, but it does take a cut, and I think all this money should be going to that. Let's refresh. We are at $20, Josh. So let's go. Let's run it. They call this a 100-year flip. I don't think it was 100 years, but there you go. Give me a number one. It's a 10-year stream, so you know what? Let's go with number 10. Number 10 is going to win this bot.
All right, we have 157 entries.
157 entries.
All right.
Number one is 49. 50.
You changed the max number.
Oh, we got to redo that.
Yeah. Thank you.
Good call. Okay, so we're going to redo that.
The max number is
157.
157.
So 157. Go. 101. 153. 117. 82. 140. 42. 148. 110. Number 2, and this is number 10, the final roll, and the winner of the Buffalo Trace store pick is number 32, which comes out to be Mr. Jared Lee. Congratulations. Thank you not only for the support as a Patreon member, but also your support to the Franklin County Flood Relief Fund, as well as Glens Creek Distilling Company. Thank you to each and every one of you who have donated tonight. It's been an incredible night. A ton of viewers, 65 viewers, more than 65 likes, not only on this stream, but on Facebook. We've got a few more. It's been a great night here for the Whiskey Weather community. If you are just joining, if you're still watching, we are on Discord. I don't know if I've talked about that yet. We do have a Discord channel, which you can join. I've got a link in the description below. We are also on Facebook with a Facebook group as free to everybody. You don't have to be part of anything to join. Discord gets full access to everything except some of those Patreon channels, which Patreon members and YouTube channel members get. Along with, thank you. Thank you for everything. Corn and whiskey. Corn and whiskey. Thank you to each and every one of you who tuned in tonight. It's every week. I think it's great until the next week gets better, right? Or the next 2 weeks gets better. A couple weeks ago, amazing. 2 weeks before that, we had the worst stream in the history of YouTube streams, and we had amazing support. And each and every week, you guys continue to blow my mind. The generosity from those of you in the community who not only donate bottles to give away, but also donate money for a great cause. The Buffalo Trace bottle that we're giving away, the Eagle Rare Picks, as I mentioned, every dollar I get goes right into the channel. From the bottom of my heart, thank you for your support. Thank you for continuing to help lift this channel up to a new level. Day by day, we're hoping to grow this into something bigger and better. I'm on TikTok. I'm on Facebook. I'm on X. I'm on Instagram. You don't know what I'm going to throw up on a single day. Today, I threw up a Care Bear. If you haven't seen that, I think it's pretty freaking funny. But it's not always here on YouTube. It's on all sorts of channels. I want to bring everybody to what building a community. No one is bigger or better than anybody else. That is one thing that I've always said. That's one thing I will always believe. No matter how big you are, you should be back. No matter how big you are, you're bigger than the little following. Right? Bring all channels to the next level. And that's what I want to do, and that's what I want to be synonymous with the Whiskey Weather YouTube channel, with the Whiskey Weather community, with the Storm Chaser community, all of that. Thank you to each and every one of you. In that sense, thank you. If you haven't done so already, press that like button, smash that subscribe button, share this video to your friends. Let's take Whiskey Weather to the moon. We'd love to have Patreon meet and greet. Yes, that is a goal. Sooner or later, trust me, it works. There's a lot going on in life right now. Single dad, just got divorced. The next 6 to 8 weeks are going to be a little. Stick with me. I promise. You're going to come out on the backside of the 8-week period when we come to you in the middle of June with another live stream. And don't forget, we've got another one in 2 weeks. We're going to do more giveaways. Hopefully we'll be closer to that 10,000 subscriber mark. We're hoping to build this channel week by week. No hate. No talking down to people. That's my thing. I do get a little upset at some YouTube comments. Some people have been shitting on me for the old, like, we can't find Mother in our That is one thing that I'm trying my best to freak out people on TikTok and here on YouTube. But lift people up. Let's make this community as great as you guys are all part of it. Thank you to each and every one of you. 55 of you still here, an hour and 45 minutes. I know the audio is a little bit of an issue. Seems like we may have a little bit of a flicker when it comes to the video. We're working, continue to work on it. We're going to bring you the best opportunities to not only get good whiskey in your hands, but also to make an impact, but also have a freaking damn good time. And also just enjoy each other. Right? There's too much hate in the world. Patreon members, thank you, Jack, for throwing this up. We've got the Storm Chaser community, EF0, EF1, EF2, EF3, EF4, EF5. They're all tornado based. They are all Storm Chasers, whether you're paying $3 a month to amazing people like Mike and Jason P. and James Childers and Rich Anderson and Carla, who just upgraded to a EF4 member, who is $50 to $100 a month. Whether it's $3 to $100, you all make an impact, because that money not only helps me, it also helps the community, because I'm putting as much money from the Patreon back into the community as I can. It pays for your membership, it pays for your Glen Karens, which some of them just went out. We've got t-shirts going out. We've got other things going out. We've got bigger things that we're planning over the next couple of weeks. Can I mention Patreon in a Discord or a YouTube membership academy? That's in the works. And we're also working on community events at distilleries. So we're going to do some distillery takeovers, distillery events. So stay tuned. As Jack has always said since the beginning, whiskey weather to the moon.
Let's go.
Whiskey weather to the moon. I can't see the comments. I know there's a ton of comments coming in. I'll have to watch this again. But thank you to each and every one on the wife donation. Oh, Baker. Aaron will also take $225 for that. Well, I end this the same way I end every stream. Which one was number one? Which one was the Michter's 10? That was number
Michter's 10 was F.
F. I end this the same way every time. Please remember to drink responsibly, but always remember it is always whiskey weather. We'll see you in the next video. If you want to watch more videos, reviews, some old live streams that maybe sucked, maybe up there at the top right.